something happened in this last year, and it really just got him. And we had offered him all the love, all the support, all the help, all the resources. It wasn't it wasn't that he didn't have those things.
Hi everyone, welcome to the program. Hit the subscribe button and give this episode a thumbs up. It has been 1 year since Garrison Brown departed. On the 1-year anniversary of the death of Garrison Brown, the people who cared about him are reminiscing about their favorite memories of him. Garrison, who was 25 years old, was found dead at his Flagstaff residence last year. According to monsters and critics, his death from a self-inflicted gunshot wound in his head was ruled an apparent suicide. Another cause of his death was alcohol poisoning, more commonly referred to as ethanol intoxication. Unfortunately, Gabriel Brown, Garrison's brother, found him upon arrival. Janelle Brown, the mother of Garrison, informed individuals that her son's usage of drugs surely contributed to his death. The fact that 365 days elapsed since Garrison's death is hard to understand. His loved ones are now celebrating Garrison's life a year since his sudden and untimely passing. In a moving Instagram update, Janelle Brown celebrates her son. Today, Janelle Brown celebrated the memories of her son by going on Instagram. With the caption, "To the stars Bowen, to the stars," she posted a photo of Garrison with one of his beloved kitties. "I keep myself occupied, yet in every moment of silence, you are foremost on my mind." Janelle wrote in the caption on the photo, "Baby, a year has gone by. We actually do miss you. I really do miss you," she added. In addition, Janelle urged her friends and followers to do what Garrison did and think about making a donation to the Humane Society, local animal shelters or rescues, all of which are very important to Garrison. Garrison's 1-year absence has left Christine Brown shocked. Christine Brown, another of Garrison's mothers, used the occasion to pay tribute to one of the numerous Brown children she assisted in raising and witnessed grow up. The montage of old pictures that Christine shared included a group photo of herself, Garrison, and a few of his siblings outing, pictures of Garrison while serving in the military, a picture of Garrison at Christine and David Woolley's wedding, and numerous other pictures of Garrison with his siblings. Christine said, "I found a video of Garrison helping me move and watched it so many times in the caption that went with it. All of his pictures, videos, memories, jokes, and tales are worth exponentially more than ever now, and my heart aches without him. I truly do miss him. It's hard to believe he's been gone for a year," she went on. Madison, Garrison's sister, hopes her little brother is at peace, resting, and comforted. Madison Brown, Garrison's older sister, also honored her brother on Instagram on Wednesday. She shared a photo collage of vintage pics from the past. "A year without you. I miss you each and every day, Garrison." Madison wrote, "I think about you often during the quiet times between the din of life," she added. "I pray and hope you found the comfort, rest, and peace you were seeking here. Little brother, until we meet again." Robin, Mary, and Kody never post anything on social media. Kody Brown, the father of Garrison, didn't make any public posts on the 1-year anniversary of his son's death. As news of his child's death, along with the last Instagram update, included a photo gallery of Garrison, Kody has not made any updates on Instagram since. On January 2025, Kody posted only once on X, formerly Twitter, regarding something unrelated to Garrison's demise. Robin Brown and Mary Brown, the other two mothers of Garrison, also did not put up anything on social media on the day. Fans of Sister Wives were surprised at the dramatic weight loss of Mary. Fans of Sister Wives wonder what happened to Mary Brown. Fans are inquiring if the body of 54-year-old Mary has been transformed for the better because her much slimmer body now resembles someone younger. Friday evening, Mary and her best friend Jen Sullivan shared one of their regular Fridays with Friends reels on Instagram. As is customary, Mary and Jen greeted their online fans and chatted warmly about what they had been up to personally in the meantime. Some of Mary's followers were surprised by her significantly smaller size, and one took to Reddit to discuss her sudden weight loss. Subscribe and get our Sister Wives newsletter. Get notified right in your inbox about Monsters and Critics' latest work and more. You agree to our terms and conditions, as well as our privacy policy, by providing us with your details. In a post titled, "Is this Mary as glow up or stressed out?" the Redditor shared a screenshot of Mary. That is skinnier than I've ever seen her as the caption. The Redditor admitted she was talking about how she often forgets to eat. This may be a sad or good thing. In the comment section, other Sister Wives fans continued the discussion. Mary is claimed to have lost weight using a GLP-1 by Sister Wives fans. Many of them wondered what could have led Mary to slim down after being amazed by her weight loss look. Mary has indeed lost weight. As your tipsy donkey tail commented, they indicated that she was less posed, wasn't wearing a filter on, and had less makeup and orange tanner applied than usual. They commented, people, this is how a woman in her 50s would look in the wild. Photo courtesy of Reddit/u/ckd Theo Sarks. As a second Redditor put it, Mary has slimmed down using a GLP-1 that is like Ompic, looks eerily similar to the Ompic face craze, they said. She grimace face, death grimacing face, confused face. Wrote one of Mary's critics. Following on from viewing Mary's Instagram live stream, a fourth user decided she was certainly on a GLP-1. She lost weight overnight. They observed that she had lost a lot of weight. Mary discusses her weight loss experience. Mary responded to some of her fans' queries during her Fridays with Friends activity on the 14th of March. Mary was asked how she was able to lose that much weight within a short time. Mary explained that she modified her lifestyle and enhanced her activity level to assist her in losing weight after the adoption of her dog Zona. I acquired a dog some 15 months back, and she likes walking, so certainly I walk and move daily. Mary began, we regularly walk a few of kilometers a day, and I actually boost my water intake, which is important. She added that in accordance with Mary, she also consumed more protein, which was a significant contributor to her losing weight. Mary summed up by stating that she was less stressed, a factor which could mean that her life has turned around since she broke up with Kody Brown. What matters most is that I reduce my stress level, Mary said. Actually, you guys, it does help. I mean, I certainly feel stress, but it is way less now. Time doesn't help take away the aching of loss, especially when it's the anniversary of a very great loss. A year since the day that shook the Brown family to their core, members of the family take time to remember a young man who filled everyone he was around with love, laughter, and light. In the silence that remains, the memories of this beloved son, brother, and friend echo more loudly. Everyone who was around him has a unique piece of his story. Pieces of a soul that left too soon but gave so much in return. The guy whose absence is sorely missed led a complicated, passionate, and generous life. He was the son of a woman who supported him through every triumph and struggle. Each of his siblings had stories that only they could tell, making him a brother to many. He was a soldier, a guardian, and a friend to the voiceless, especially the four-legged ones. His mother, who is famous for her eternal love and strong will, shared her feelings on her own little digital corner. A photo of her kid with one of his favorite kitty friends was posted online. To the stars, Bowen, to the stars was her post, which was a whisper to the heavens. She realized that she can't help but think of him in the gaps between photos. The pain won't go away no matter how busy or active you become. Though her words were laden with sorrow, they also radiated the warmth of an enduring relationship. She spoke about him a lot, not as a memory but as a lasting presence. It seemed like her heart was still waiting for his laughter to echo and for the comfort of his presence. She did more than just grieve, though. She chose to express respect. She encouraged others to support the causes that were dear to him in order to follow in his footsteps. His legacy, his compassion for animals that give so much and ask for so little, is now continued by nearby sanctuaries, rescue centers, and humanitarian groups that protect animals. Another mother figure in his life who witnessed his growth and offered advice during the complicated path of puberty also came up to pay tribute to the young man. Images, those frozen moments that brought back memories of simpler days, were comforting for her as well. Images from family vacations, military life photos, and celebrations of new beginnings were all there. He proudly stood at her wedding, his presence of blessing on her. Now jokes, photos, and quiet moments were more than just mementos. They were sacred. His older sister, who had become so immersed in his world through her own path, also turned to the past for comfort. To accompany a collage of recollections, faces smiling, arms around each other, ties frozen in still photos, she penned a loving note. Her words were a wish and a prayer that her little brother had found the serenity this world seemed unable to offer at times. Between times when the world was quiet enough for his memories to rush in, she missed him. There was no necessity to remind her constantly. His absence had become a part of her, stitched into the very fabric of her daily life. She pictured a world beyond what she could see, in which her brother had discovered the peace that had slipped away from him. Nevertheless, even as years went by, she still looked back fondly. There were voices of recall so quiet that they communicated more than words might. On this somber anniversary, the man who once cradled his little body in his arms and helped bring him into the world chose not to make a statement publicly. His social media page, once devoted to statements and self-reflection, was quiet as his final digital goodbye, just an earlier message. A series of photographs with the announcement of the loss stayed. Also, two other mothers who once offered care and guidance did not celebrate the day publicly. Some of them took it as silence while others chose to turn a blind eye. Perhaps their grief was too intimate. Or perhaps the spaces of their hearts that were yet to heal from the break were now unable to be articulated. Family members were not alone in remembering, however. Friends, acquaintances, former comrades, and countless strangers who had only known him by way of hearsay or a flick of the eye on television were drawn into the chorus of remembering. The airwaves were crowded with messages, at times intuited but never articulated. All who stopped for a moment to remember, who remembered a smile, a joke, or a good deed, contributed to honoring the man who once walked among them. His passing is a tragic story. He was found in his serene sanctuary, now remembered as the last stop on his path, and is designed for refuge and escape. He had fought struggles that none witnessed, and those inner battles eventually took his life. Both sorrow and the heavy burdens affected his final hours. His brother was the one who found him, something that no brother should ever have to endure. Broken hearts and anxiety followed in the subsequent days. The woman who brought him up sensed that dependency was a contributing factor in his final decision. She spoke openly about his struggles in hopes that another might profit from her candor, though her own suffering was still new. She took it well and said something in hopes another mother would be saved. His untimely passing initiated a greater dialogue beyond the personal loss. Discussions revolved around the plight of those who quietly endure, the worth of offering help, and the need for empathy and comprehension. Mental illness activists gain a new voice. New partners were sought for recovery groups dealing with addiction. For others, the story of this one man was a call to arms. Love became louder in response to loss. His memory was a banner to rally to. Those who wished to keep his light burning mended a patchwork of memory together in candlelight vigils, online tributes, and memorials made in his name. His pets continue to new homes. Aid is still required for the shelters he assisted, but his vigor is still being felt due to the people that loved him. Each act of generosity done in his name now resonates the memory of a life lost too early. His loved ones carry on when the earth cycles through again and the seasons change. They recall, they laugh, they weep, they take strength from each other, from their collective memory, and from the love that he left behind. He is not lost, but he is gone. He remains there in every photograph, in each slurred reminiscence, in each starry night. And as his friends and family look up, they hold on to the silent hope that he is watching serenely too, wrapped in the love they continue to offer him. Those who follow Mary's life and journey have observed something remarkable in her appearance in recent weeks, which has generated a lot of discussion among her fan base. There's no denying the change. Her silhouette has significantly shrunk, revealing fresh information about her general health and well-being. Fans and everyday viewers alike are left speculating. Is this new look evidence of a flourishing vitality, or does it speak to things more profound? There is much interest and concern surrounding this transition. After decades of doing beautifully the complicated dance of her unique life, Mary now shows herself with a frame that appears to tell the story of both struggle and resilience. Those who have known her since the beginning are torn between admiring her grit and worrying about what this transformation might hold in private. The moment that triggered the most discussion was when Mary shared a comfortable casual video on social media with an old friend. They are introduced to the highs and lows of their daily life through these Friday night video chats, which they have made a kind of online ritual. They are real, improvisational, and a reassuring presence for fans who wish to relate to someone beyond the flawless television frames. A number of people paid attention to Mary's weight loss during one such informal Friday night conversation. Responses to the video were varied. Some were delighted and were awed by what they termed a glow-up, while others were concerned about whether the change was normal or was a manifestation of stress. On a popular discussion forum, a user even posted a snapshot from the video with the thought-provoking question: was Mary struggling, or had she actually improved for the better? With thousands of comments and conjectures, that specific pose soon became a focal point for community discussion. Even casual spectators could not help but notice that Mary seemed thinner than ever before. She appeared less concerned on projecting a flawless image, her typical makeup appeared more muted, her skin tone less artificially bronzed, and she displayed an unfiltered natural side that was rarely seen previously. Others were surprised by the natural look and took to making comments on authenticity and aging well, while others were less charitable. A vocal part of the fandom speculated that Mary's transformation had been made easier by drugs, with special reference to appetite and weight-altering drugs, and references to familiar medications, NTH. In class, the acronym GLP-1 was a popular slogan in those discussions. Comments ranged from compliment to outright vicious criticism. Others believed she looked fragile, while others were worried about how rapidly she was losing weight. On seeing her live video streaming, some people were sure that the transformation was too drastic to be a product of lifestyle alone. The public's perception of her new appearance was made confusing by the mix of awe and suspicion. Mary herself stepped forward to shed light on the facts regarding the changes despite the rampant myths and internet debates. She was asked point-blank how she had reached her slimmer figure in what seemed like a very brief period of time when one of her open internet discussions with supporters. She provided a refreshingly honest explanation. Mary explained how introducing a playful dog had been a game-changer. She had structure and activity in her days due to her new responsibility. The high-energy dog, with his natural desire to be taken for walks, proved himself to be an unlikely partner in her journey towards health. They always took long walks of numerous miles a day, which provided both of them with exercise as well as mental stimulation. Mary said that she had changed her diet consciously as well as ramped up her level of activity. She began to drink more water during the day because she knew just how vital it was to her overall health. Her fluids were now a priority. Protein also became a big player on her plate, fueling her body to create lean muscle and sustain energy. Perhaps most importantly, Mary mentioned a decrease in stress as one of the most important factors in her transformation. She implied that her physical health was greatly impacted by freeing herself from certain personal burdens. She asserted that her body had reacted positively to the reduction in tension and concern, resulting in her being a healthier, more vibrant version of herself. She confessed that tension remained a part of her existence, but it was far less oppressive than it had once been, and that was a great improvement. Readers were encouraged by this glimpse into her inner life, which revealed that sometimes cultivating interior peace as opposed to looking to external gimmicks could lead to actual change. Change's ripple effects, public response, and the emotional climate as expected. There was a variety of response to Mary's announcement. Her fans praised her for prioritizing her health and being a good example to everyone who could possibly be going through similar issues. Many thought her focus on stress relief, activity, and staying hydrated was highly practical and achievable. But in some areas, doubt still lingered. There was some doubt over the truth of her progress in a culture accustomed to jumping to conclusions. The notion that drugs were the sole means of shedding pounds rapidly was stubbornly fixed. This had to do with a broader social trend in which assumptions of artificial intervention all too often boot out on or overshadow natural development. But what was impressive was how openly Mary talked about these matters. She responded to questions and dispelled myths, practicing vulnerability over fleeing from it. Her bond with fans who want authenticity over flashy illusions increased due to her candor. The debate surrounding her transformation also highlighted broader questions of aging, health, and gender roles. Talk about the stress women face to maintain a youthful appearance and how closely related stress-induced weight loss is to proper weight maintenance was inspired by Mary's evident changes. With this in mind, her story went beyond weight and evolved into a reflection on self-nurturing, personal strength, and the hard journey most individuals embark upon while moving through midlife challenges. A deeper examination of lifestyle, the way in which small choices have large consequences. It is important to consider the everyday habits that facilitated Mary's transformation to fully grasp her transformation. Even though obtaining a puppy seemed like an easy life occurrence, it significantly altered her daily lifestyle. Walking a couple of kilometers on a daily basis added routine cardiovascular activity which boosted metabolism and aided mental well-being. Walking, a low-impact exercise that most individuals can perform, was a gentle yet effective method of burning calories and releasing tension daily. This movement pacing imparted structure and sense of purpose. The second support was also a boost in water intake, which is often overlooked. Keeping cellular functions intact, improved digestion, and regulating appetite all hinge upon proper hydration. Mary was fuller, experienced fewer cravings, and had more energy due to the conscious effort to consume more water. More protein in the diet ensured that she kept her muscles intact and was satisfied. It is widely known that protein aids individuals in weight loss by avoiding hunger and enhancing the development of lean muscle. Stress reduction stood out as an important factor aside from these physical alterations. Stress hormones like cortisol are said to contribute to the accumulation of fat around the abdominal region. Mary allowed her body to function better by consciously decreasing stress. Decreasing emotional stress with mindfulness, counseling, or life change can have an immense physical impact. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Daily, get more updates. See you soon.